Boston. Craig Janney along with Cam Neely and Andy Brickley. The Leafs countering with Olczyk, Lehman, and Osborne. An offside called at the Leaf blue line.
Scott Pearson getting extra work this morning at the pregame skate. We thought he might be a scratch. Working on his passing this morning.
Brad Marsh behind the goal, watched by Neely. Ray Bourque pinching in, got his 800th career point last night, number 77, and what a season he is having. And Olczyk almost got loose at center. Here's Neely turning back in. Neely for Alan Peterson, looking for his first goal of the season. There's Al Iafrate for the Leafs, takes a hit from Peterson, loose puck, Neely, and Bester called upon to make a sharp save early. Now here comes Olczyk. Lehman loose on the right side. Here's Gary Lehman back to Olczyk. And Bourque got back to tip it away. Up ice comes Neely along with Janney. Janney feeds it behind the goal. Olczyk takes it there. 1 minute gone, first period, and they're starting quick. Gary Galley, former Washington Capital, one of 4 ex-Capitals in the Bruin lineup tonight. Marsh now flips it to center. Galley off the boards, misses Bobby Carpenter with the pass. And back to get it's Tom Kurvers. Bank pass and a nice one to Dom Boos. Clark's loose on the left side. Dom Boos is in, shoots, and Andy Moog makes the stop. And he'll hold on for a faceoff.
A great save by Andy Moog, staying on his feet, stayed right with Boos all the way across and got his glove on it.
So the Bruins go on the power play, and this is Craig Janney. Inside the line, leaves it for Brickley, the shot right on. Handled easily by Bester, who hands it away. And here's Ray Bourque. Back to Neely. Firing it in. Neely, rebound, scores!
Cam Neely on the power play for the Bruins. Lets it rip. Watch Janney, cuts across in front. A screen, Bester can't control the rebound. That's Janney. And Neely jumps in to get his own rebound. The Leafs look at the puck.
Brickley and Bourque get the assists on Cam Neely's 24th of the year. It's a power play goal at 2:15. And Neely has 4 goals in this season series against the Leafs already. So a good start for the Bruins, thanks to the man advantage. Here's Bob Sweeney behind his goal, number 20 for the Bruins. And some people around the NHL feel he might be the most improved player in the National Hockey League. Neely losing, or Sweeney losing the puck. Dom Boos against Sweeney on this draw. Moog comes out of the goal, whistles it around the boards. There's Randy Burridge. He can't clear it. Wendell Clark goes after it, hit Hogarth with that clearing pass. In the corner, Wesley bumps his man off the puck. And now Burridge comes up with it. Quintal ahead to Sweeney. Back to Stefan Quintal. Ramage trying to clear it. Puck is loose. And finally, Ron Hogarth whistles play down, and a penalty coming up. And I think he has got Randy Burridge.
Here's the penalty. You see Burridge right there has a hold of Marois' stick. But Burridge gets the penalty.
So the Leafs go on the power play. They are 18th in the league. 18.1% efficiency with the man advantage. Olczyk, Lehman, and Osborne up front. Ramage and Kurvers are the point men as the Leafs clear it in. Lehman gets there first. Tom Kurvers across to Ramage, shooting. Osborne scores!
Mark Osborne, who has really improved in his first half this year. Here's a shot by Ramage, a good low shot, tipped by Osborne to start with. And there he is picking up his own rebound.
Mark Osborne's 13th of the year. Ramage and Kurvers get the assists on a power play goal at 3:32. And the Leafs end a drought of 0 for 9 on the power play. So we're tied 1-1 as the goals come less than a minute and a half apart. Both power play goals for the Leafs and Bruins. Alan Peterson in his own zone. Gives it to Carpenter. Here's a giveaway. Loose puck. McIntyre's shot was blocked. Behind the goal for Peterson. Feeding up on the left wing to Rob Semeta. Ken Linsman takes it now. Here's Kenny Linsman hitting the line, and it's called on the offside. 15:57 left, first period. The goaltenders have had to be sharp in this first period. At center ice, Semeta leaves it for Wesley. Bester knocks it to the sideboards. Daou takes a hit. Quintal with the shot through traffic, and Bester got a piece of it. Daou and Semeta are sparring. Got their gloves up in each other's face, and Semeta has the puck. 110 goals in 3 years with the Toronto Marlies. Took a slash from Daou, now goes down. And the Leafs come up with the puck as a former Bruin, Dave Reed, has it. Up to John McIntyre. Leafs make a change. McIntyre goes back to get it. Miss Quintal with a hit as Carter knocks it to center.
You see, Carter played the boards and didn't know the boards very well, didn't bank it, and went right to the Leafs, whereas the Leafs earlier just used that pool cue shot, broke out of their own zone.
Ramage touching it and icing the call. Doug Carpenter really looking in the second half of the year for one of these two goaltenders to emerge as a #1 guy. Gary Galley up to Bobby Carpenter. Carpenter takes a look in the center ice area, feeding through for Carter, and he was offside and has to retreat. Funny bounce off the glass. Bobby Gould is after it. That's John Carter with it. He had a goal last night in the win over Buffalo. There's a centering pass for Gould. Open net. They score! Greg Haga.
Bester dives out for the puck, can't reach it. And here's Haga, the converted defenseman. He's great with the puck. Makes no mistake, he didn't just slide it along the ice. He raised it, and Alan Bester had no chance. It's amazing a guy with his stats was drafted so low, and there was an interesting article in one of the Western papers talking Theron Fleury was the spokesperson for all the mighty mites playing throughout the NHL, Greg Haga being one of them.
He is a gifted offensive player, and he scores to give Boston the lead with 3 minutes to go in the first period. 2-1 the score. Brad Marsh against Cam Neely in the corner. Janney digs it free, cleared back against the boards, and there's Andy Brickley. His pass intercepted by Olczyk, and Osborne gets rid of it down the ice. Ray Bourque, who turns 29 on Thursday, up ahead to Cam Neely. Neely with some room, fires it right on. Marsh for the Leafs. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go, first period. And here's Neely again. He dumps it in, and the Bruins make a line change.
The Bruins played last night in Buffalo. They didn't get to Toronto till 2:30 this morning. They are taking those short shifts.
Dave Reed against Wesley. Oh, a big hit by Franciscetti on Randy Burridge. But the elbow apparently came up in the eyes of Ron Hogarth. And
watch Burridge on the boards. He's looking back for the pass. He turns, and there's Franciscetti. Al his elbow. Took his hand off the stick and gave Burridge a little extra elbow. Takes a penalty.
You don't get better point men than Bourque and Wesley. McInnes and Suter are pretty impressive in Calgary, but these two don't have to take a back seat to anybody.
McInnes and Suter are the shooters from the point. Bourque is the guy that can carry it end to end.
Here's Bob Sweeney moving right in. Bester the save, and Burridge has an easy goal.
The Bruins power play, 2 for 2. Watch the move by Sweeney. Right there. Goes right in. The shot, no chance for Alan Bester. And Burridge gets the easy empty net goal.
Bob Sweeney and Ray Bourque with his second assist of the game, helping out on the Randy Burridge goal. And the 7th round draft choice, who has been one of the most consistent players for the Bruins over the last 3 years, gives Boston a 3-1 lead. So the Leafs have given up 7 goals in the last 2 periods they've been on the ice. Dom Foose hits the side of the net, and Andy Moog holds on. Dom Foose on the draw against Sweeney. Peterson with it for Boston, and he just dumps it down the ice with 1:15 to go in the first period. Iafrate Fergus, Dom Foose, Marois catching up. There's Marois, and he can't split the defense. Had a seam for a moment, but Bourque closed it. Under a minute to go, first period. Well, the Leafs have had their chances in this first period. Andy Moog made some big stops, and the Bruins have taken advantage of their chances on the power play.
The Bruins are one of the hardest teams in the league to play catch-up against because they do have those good defensemen like Bourque and Wesley that'll jump up into the play and create 3 and 2-on-1s.
Marsh with a half minute to go. Lindsman apparently didn't hit it with the high stick. And the Bruins cleared in. Fergus with 20 seconds to Dom Foose. Galley back for the Bruins. Leafs make a late change. Bobby Gould steps over center and clears it in. Funny hop off the boards through the goal crease. And they'll let the first period run out here. So the Bruins with a couple of power play goals and a Olczyk and Janney on the draw, and the Leafs get possession down by a pair of goals. Alan Peterson for the Bruins. Up to Andy Brickley. Brickley taken to the boards by Iafrate. Marsh after it. He takes a bump. Janney forechecks. There's Neely with it. He had a goal in the first period. Bourque the shot. Drifts high. Janney in front. They score! Cam Neely on a nice pass from Craig Janney.
Here's the shot by Bourque. Now watch Janney when he goes behind the net. He takes a look. And Neely hollers, and there's Cam Neely.
Cam Neely on pace for 50 plus this year, and it's a 4-1 Boston lead. Well, the Bruins have played tough against the Norris division this year. They're 6-1. In contrast, as Marsh is knocked over by Bourque, the Leafs are 1-5 against the Adams division. So the statistics and the scoreboard against the Leafs now. In the center ice zone, Semeta. Now Janney with Galley moving up. Craig Janney around Marsh, passing across. Neely couldn't get a shot away. And the Leafs try to move it up ice. Wendell Clark in over the line. Dom Foose in front. Marois was there, but the pass was high. Clark in the corner. There's Dom Foose behind the net, trying to center it. Galley had him all tied up. Here comes Lindsman. 3-on-2 the Bruins. And a nice defensive play there by Brian Curran. Curran's lead pass missed Marois, and icing is the call against the Leafs. A year ago, they were talking about the trade and how unbalanced it was, Kordic for Courtnall, and now a lot of people are pointing out, look, Kordic's got 8 goals and Courtnall only has 9.
There's no threat of John Kordic getting benched here in Toronto, but there is of Courtnall getting benched in Montreal.
You can almost feel something about to happen here as Kordic pushes with Galley, and something will happen. Ron Hogarth will call a penalty. And John Kordic was the guy that really stirred things up.
Here's Kordic coming in, hitting Galley. Now watch, they both go at it. Here's Galley, back at Kordic. And watch Galley, right here. Galley grabs a hold of Kordic's stick. He's got his left hand on his stick. Right there, you can see Kordic gives him a shove back, but Galley gets the holding penalty.
And Olczyk at center has a 14-game point streak on the line tonight. He's out there with Lehman and Osborne, Ramage and Curvers. And the Bruins quickly get the puck down the ice.
That's where the Leafs really have trouble. Once you win that draw, you have to take your time and set it up.
Olczyk fires it in. Bourque deflects it to the line, kept in by Lehman. There's Curvers, trying to get it back to Lehman, but Sweeney gets it out of the zone. Gary Lehman winding up. Burridge watching him. Now it's Ramage. Ramage didn't get a chance to play on the power play in Calgary because of McInnes and Suter. Bruins getting it down the ice again.
You talked about the Bruins winning the battle along the boards. It's the same when they're killing the penalties. Leafs shoot it in. The Bruins are always there to get the puck.
Ally Afraidy. Olczyk. There's Bork. He whistles this one into the crowd. I mentioned Ed Olczyk with a 14-game point streak.
He's a Bronco Horvath, Jerry Topazzini, and Harry Lumley and net. I can remember listening to them on the radio.
Well, I asked the question because I thought he was one of your contemporaries.
Here we go.
Here's a loose puck and a breakaway for Bob Sweeney. In on Bester. Scores! Short-handed goal for the Bruins.
Made sure he got it up and over Alan Bester.
It's an unassisted goal for Bob Sweeney. Short-handed, and the Leafs' trouble on specialty teams magnified tonight by the Bruins. Dom Foose with 7 seconds left in the man advantage. Gets it to the point. Lehman drills it wide. Afraidy. Behind the goal. Clark can't reach it. Galley's back on. Clark centering it. Dom Foose. Into Wendell. Centers it out in front. There's Neely. Neely gets it to center ice, and Galley sends it the rest of the way and heads to the bench. 4:40 left, second period. 5-1 Bruins. Dom Foose backhands it in. The Leafs have lost their last 7 meetings against Boston, and I would venture a guess that of all the teams in the 80s, the Bruins probably gave them the most trouble.
You get that mental block after a while. You only play them 3 times a year, so you don't worry about it that much. But every time you look in the schedule, you figure, oh, here we go again.
Kordic just clears it inside the line, and it's sent back out. McIntyre. And Kordic. Kordic right on. Ramage at the point, through traffic. Down is Franciscetti, and Moe pounces on it and holds it for a face-off. Boston with a pair of power play goals. They also have a short-handed marker, and let's see them work with this man advantage. Kenny Linsman has the puck, drills it through, and scores! Well, that took 8 seconds.
Watch Dave Christian right in front of Alan Bester. It hits Christian, goes up over Bester's left shoulder, and I'm sure Christian's going to get credit with that goal after they view the tape.
From Greg Hodgson, time 17:09.
So the Bruins hit the 6-goal mark for the 3rd consecutive game against the Leafs in this series, winning 6-0, 6-4 Boxing Day, and now 6-1 tonight. The initial call on the goal goes to Linsman, but I think you're right. As the Leafs break in, Afraidy to Olczyk. Now in front, Osborne rolled it wide. Lehman's there. Put it through the goal crease. Centered in front again, and Lehman deflected it wide out of midair. Leafs with their first flurry in a number of minutes. Gary Lehman with some room and flips it at Andy Moe. Ramage clears it in for the Leafs. 1.5 minutes to go here in the second period. The Bruins have opened up a 6-1 lead. Bob Sweeney coming in again against Ramage. Great reach on Sweeney, and he's really developing into a complete player for Boston. Back the other way. Wendell Clark. Cross ice pass. They score! Vincent Dom Foose gets the Leafs on the board.
A great pass by Wendell Clark. Threads the needle to Dom Foose. Now watch the move. Up to his stick and just slides it under Andy Moe.
Number 17, Wendell Clark.
Time 18:55.
Dom Foose, his 14th of the year from Clark at 18:55.
18:55.
And for Wendell, just his 3rd assist of the year to go along with 15 goals. Under a minute to go, second period, and it's 6-2, so the Bruins have outscored the Leafs 3-1 in each period. Andy Brickley, cross-ice pass to Alan Peterson, winds up the shot wide. Neely tried the deflection, and now a long pass for Kordic. Kordic waved off the icing, and now Janney to Brickley. off his skate, just too far. Curran takes a bump from Neely. Kept in by Quintal. Brickley behind the goal. 15 seconds to go as they jam away, and Fester holds the short side and gets a face-off. Janney, one of 6 American-born forwards on the Bruins, and he's up against American-born Ed Olczyk on that draw. Another U.S. player, Al Iafrate, goes to the board. It wasn't long ago where you wouldn't have 3 U.S. players in a game. They're all on the ice together here. And now leaving after 2 periods. Check. Lehman and Osborne start up front for the Leafs. It's Janney, Neely, and Brickley for the Bruins. They've had a big night. And Eddie Olczyk's 14-point game point streak is on the line in the 3rd period. Here's Janney, and they rule that it was outside the line. Well, another Adams Division team has won tonight, and that hasn't happened for a long time. Greg Millen with 35 shots on goal tonight. He turns back the Islanders, and the Nordiques' 14-game winless streak is over.
They really have a young defense, and I'm sure having the veteran goaltender back there will help that young defense.
Also ending with that decision is a 5-game winning streak for the New York Islanders. Here's Brian Curran. Watched by Galley, a couple of 28s going to the boards. Wendell Clark trying to dig it free. Dom Foose helps out. Curran really going at Galley now. Puck is loose, and Curran still pushing Gary Galley. And there will be a penalty, at least one, as Galley pushes back.
Galley's usually pretty good at this. There he gets the left arm wrapped around Brian Curran. Now, watch Curran. Now, is he holding Gary Galley? Gives him a shot, and Galley's still got a hold of him.
The Leafs have the man advantage. They scored a power play goal early tonight, but in the 2nd period gave up a short-handed goal and really haven't looked good with the man advantage since early in the 1st period. Clark can't get loose at center, and the Bruins put it back into Toronto territory. Kerber's there, out for Dom Foose and Marois, but the Leafs don't control, the Bruins do, and it's Bourque handing it to Clark. Wendell Clark centering it when he might have shot. And the Bruins have it. Burridge slides it past Ramage and down the ice.
Wesley threw that puck to Bourque. I think Bourque thought Wesley was just going to ice it. Bourque gave the puck right to Clark.
Here comes Clark again. Passes off to Lehman, scores!
The Leafs get another power play goal. Nice pass by Clark, but look at the pucks rolling. And that fools Andy Moog, a rolling puck. And Lehman really rifles it. Over Moog's shoulder, a rocket, a good shot by Lehman. Rolling puck, took off. And Andy Moog was back in his net a little bit, but a good shot by Lehman.
Goal 24 for Gary Lehman puts him certainly in line for a chance at a 50-goal season. The Leafs now trailed by 3, and the old coach Scotty Bowman has talked about teams down by big numbers in the 3rd, playing 5-minute periods, trying to score a goal every 5 minutes. Well, the Leafs get one at 4:59 of the 3rd, and now they'll try to get one before the 10-minute mark. But back comes Janney for the Bruins. Working against Marsh to Neely, and he couldn't get the pass. Iafrate had him tied up, centered for Neely, and he can't get a shot away. Fester clears it. Certainly more emotion in the building now with that 3rd Leaf goal. And there's a good hit. Boy, John Kordic has played a physical game for the Leafs tonight, and you've got to play that way against the Bruins.
And he hasn't taken any stupid penalties.
Kordic again. And he's getting a little room now. They're looking for him. Ramage can't keep it in, and Marsh has it at center. To Osborne. Well, the Leafs know it can be done because Detroit did it against them. Cam Neely clears it in. There's Ramage. A 3-goal Bruin lead. Ramage to the line, and Bourque clears it away. A race for it, and there's Dave Christian. So Bester's way out of the net. And Richardson went back to help out. Burridge with the steal. Now Ramage. And he hands it to Christian. Bob Sweeney's in front, and they couldn't get the pass to him. Here's Ed Olczyk. Lead pass for Lehman with Osborne. Shooting. That was knocked down. Richardson scores!
Lehman makes a good play, spins around, here's the shot. Osborne takes it. Now the Bruins panic. Look at Ray Bourque, caught in no man's land. Richardson banks it off the post behind Andy Moog. Watch where Bourque ends up, right in front of Andy Moog. No chance for Andy Moog. It was off the post and in.
Richardson's second goal of the year at 6:52, and the Bruins have called a timeout. What appeared to be a safe 6-1 lead has turned into a source of frustration.
Their specialty teams that had let them down for the first two periods have come to life. That was a big power play goal. Gave them some life, and now they're right back in it.
Here they come again. Dom Foose. 3-on-1. Mirwald rebound. And Dom Foose skated by the puck. Great chance there, and now offside at the line. The Leafs came that close to making it a one-goal game.
The Bruins looking for their first shot on goal here in the third period. Even though they had a 6-2 lead, you can't sit back that much. You have to put a little bit of offensive pressure on, and they haven't been here against the Leafs in the third.
Bobby Gould. Behind the goal, Bruins can't center it, and Dom Foose starts it back. Lead pass, and a good one to Clark. Iafrate moves up, and Clark was checked by Bourque. Marsh pinches in, almost got caught, and Iafrate got back for the Leafs. Al Iafrate hits the line and hit Glenn Wesley. And the Leafs certainly have brought their crowd back into this game. Under 11 and a half minutes left. It's a two-goal game. Talked about the Leafs struggling in their last three. Well, Andy Moog has just a win in his last 7 games. And a little pressure now might have Moog thinking.
And he's got the hook in 2 of those 7 games fairly early.
Sweeney to an open wing. Ramage pinches in and keeps it in for Toronto. Galley behind the goal to Don Sweeney. Look at Ramage standing up at the line, and Osborne fires it back in. Olczyk still looking for his first point of the night. That point streak on the line. And now the Bruins get it out to center. Burridge takes a hit. And Richardson back in his own zone. Luke Richardson with his second of the year has drawn the Leafs back into this game. Burridge against Ramage. Osborne. Richardson beats Christian to the puck. Here's Luke Richardson. Following up is Lehman. In it goes to Olczyk. Centers, they score!
Olczyk's streak continues. This is off Andy Moog. Watch Moog stick. He's trying to intercept the pass. And it goes off the heel of his stick into the far corner. Here's the pass. Now watch Moog. He gets the stick out. It's a billiard shot off the heel of Moog's stick. In behind him, it's a 6-5 tilt.
And listen to the crowd here at Maple Leaf Gardens. Four straight for the Leafs, and Ed Olczyk's point streak is now up to 15 games. Ray Bourque trying to send away Cam Neely. Tom Kerber's back to touch it, icing the call. 9:54 left, and Doug Carpenter's team is right back in it. Well, this third period won't sit well with Mike Milbury unless the Bruins can put this one out of reach. From the faceoff, it was pulled all the way down into Boston territory, and Lehman got there first to Olczyk, and the Leafs really with a lot of jump right now. And here's a chance. Olczyk's in! Scores!
Play. Gary Lehman set it up by hooking Gary Galley, and Olczyk, his favorite move, to his backhand. There's Lehman hooking Galley. Now Olczyk's in, he's behind the Bruins defense. Look at this move to the backhand. No chance, right up in the roof. And we got a tie ball game.
And Olczyk with 2 goals in a span of 3 minutes and 9 seconds is 17th and 18th of the year, and it's 6-6, and who'da thunk it? Craig Janney for the Bruins. With Neely and Bourque, the 3 stars for Boston tonight, out there looking for a go-ahead goal. And the Bruins must be wondering what hit them. Marsh now. With Olczyk. Marsh goes to the net, tries to deflect it and just missed. Boston sends it down the ice, and they'll make a change. So do the Leafs as Ramage turns. Clark just missed a hit from Galley. Linsman lost it to Ramage, and Wesley regroups. And the Bruins will have to regroup as well. Boy, this is Wednesday night's game in reverse.
They've had 7 shots, Leafs had 5 of them have gone in. I'm sure Mike Milbury is looking down at Reggie Lemelin sitting at the end of the bench.
Bruins have won their last 4 as Curvers goes back for the Leafs. Dom Foose takes it. That funny hop off the boards into the Bruins zone, but he's checked by Bobby Gould. Back comes Gould, hooked down by Dom Foose. Linsman follows up. Daniel Marois at center. 3 Leafs over the line. Clark can't control. Iafrate behind the net. Loose puck to the Bruins clear. Close call there. Bourque starts back with 5:15 to go. A 6-6 tie. Bourque against Marsh. John Carter moves in. And Wendell Clark takes over for the Leafs. Around the boards, but kept in. Bouncing puck to Bester. And he throws it loose. Puck to the line. Didn't come out. Iafrate in front of his own goal. Past Semeta. Tripped up, and you can hear the fans react.
Ron Hogarth's going to let them play from here on in the 6-6 tie.
Can't let them play here, though, because the net is off the moorings, but right now the pressure is on this man, Andy Mauve.
And Alan Bester has only had 2 shots this period. One was that last trickler that just made it through.
Mike Milbury's team trying to weather the storm, and the Leaf fans enjoying it. And Olczyk wins it. Marsh backhands it in. Galley around the boards for Neely. And out come the Bruins. Janney, Brickley, and Neely. Moving in is Wesley. His shot hit an ankle. Janney. Back to Galley. Firing wide and high. Wesley. Behind the goal. Now the Bruins on the offensive, but Marsh comes up with it. Lehman in the center ice zone behind Osborne. But moving up is Iafrate. 25 seconds to go. Francischetti. Hit by Galley. And here comes Boston. Andy Brickley to the line. Shooting wide. He Peterson moves up, and Bork comes across. But Curvers has it now for the Leafs. Time for one shot. Francis Getty rolls it wide. 2 seconds left. And we are going to overtime and a stunning comeback for the Leafs. Sweeney, Christian, and Burridge for Boston. Sweeney controls the draw. Gary Galley moves in. Hit by Marsh, and that's Daniel Marois. Up ahead for Dom Foose. He almost got loose. Dom Foose has worked hard tonight as we approach 2 minutes to go. Marois knocked over, and they'll try and get a face-off there. Wendell Clark kicks it free. Here's Wendell Clark, and he almost got loose for